Michelle Logan. Set aside to read God's Word. Work responsibilities take up much of our time. Realistically, it is not always easy for us to become doers of God's Word. We must make time in our busy schedules to read and study the Bible in order to understand what Jehovah wants us to do. So let us review some suggestions that can help us to read it regularly. We will also consider what will help us to think about what we read and see ways in which we can apply what we learn in our life. Most of Jehovah's people lead very busy lives. We spend a great amount of time caring for our various scriptural responsibilities. For instance, most of us work secular to provide for ourselves and for our families. 1 Timothy 5 verse 8 reads, certainly if anyone does not provide for those who are his own, and especially for those who are members of his household, he has disowned the faith, and is worse than a person without faith. Many Christians look after sick elderly relatives, and all of us need to care for our own health, which takes time. In addition to these responsibilities, we have assignments in the congregation. A key responsibility is to have a zealous share in the preaching work. With all the obligations that you personally have, how can you find the time to read the Bible regularly? Meditate on what you read and apply what it says. How can you make Bible reading a priority? Bible reading is one of the more important things for us as Christians, so we need to make it our priority. Philippians 1:10. Regarding the happy man, the very first psalm says, his delight is in the law of Jehovah, and his reads his law in an undertone day and night. Psalms 1 verse 1 and 2. Clearly, that suggests setting a time aside for such reading. When is the best time to read the Bible? The answer may be different for each of us, but put simply, it would be a time when you can do so regularly. A brother named Victor says, I like to do my Bible reading in the morning. Even though I'm not a morning person, there are fewer distractions in the early hours. My mind is clear and I can focus better. Might this be true in your case? Ask yourself, when is the best time for me to read the Bible? And consider what you read. What might prevent us from benefiting fully for what we read? Illustrate. The reality is, though, that we may consistently read a lot of material without really absorbing it. Have you ever read something and shortly after could recall little of what you read? We all have had that happen to us. Sadly, this can be the situation with our Bible reading. Perhaps we set a goal to read a certain number of chapters of the Bible each day. That is commendable. We should set goals and strive to stick to them. 1 Corinthians 9 verse 26. However, reading the Bible starts a good start. Only a start. More is needed. It will have to benefit fully from reading God's Word.